How's it going, guys? Jason with Bolcos Exotics. We cannot have a video series on how to start a reptile breeding business without discussing rodents. Sorry for the mess. I just got done with work patching a roof. But I realized that I'm a few days late on updating a new video on YouTube, so I figured I'd better do it now. To be honest with you, this isn't ideal. I don't want to have rodents in my basement. But with bull pythons being so picky, again with boas, this is not an issue. But with bull pythons, they really struggle. I am really struggling trying to convert them over to throws and forward. And with that being the case, they're not going to gain weight. They're not going to get the nutrients that they need to breed. So I needed to get live rodents. Now keep in mind, I live in Maine, so I camp and I hike. I have heard coyotes outside of my tent and it doesn't bother me. I've been in the woods at night and I hear wild animals, it doesn't bother me. But for some reason, when you put me in a crawl space or an attic space with a rat or a bat, it's not my deal. So again, I really didn't want these guys in my basement. The two big concerns were they were going to escape. Now there's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to build these rack systems. This one's not finished, as you can tell. I don't have enough rodents, so I didn't feel like I needed to finish it right off. So I'm not going to go into detail how to build it, but the materials, as long as you use decent materials and the correct 16 to 19 gauge mesh on top, you're going to be fine. They're not going to escape. And then if you feed them, you give plenty of water and keep them happy, there's going to be no desire for them to want to escape either. So that wipes that out. The second thing was the smell. And I also have mice, which I might show you guys in a moment. Similar rack to this, but it's a much smaller version. But compared to mice, they don't smell at all. And neither do my mice really. But I clean these guys out once a week, maybe twice a week sometimes if it gets bad. But there's really no smell down here whatsoever. So those are the two main concerns. To be honest with you, at least one of the females that I have in here, she's kind of helped me get over the fear that I have for rats. Every time I come to the cage, she comes up and greets me. Whether she's trying to escape or she genuinely likes to see me, it's pretty cool. Up here in Maine, it's been really difficult to get rodents. I had to drive like 2 hours just to get these guys. So all I could find within a 2-hour driving radius from me was one male and 2 female, and they're still not breeding yet. So I'm really pushing for that to happen. I do have mice, but right now my male is eating 2 large mice a week, and obviously the babies are eating a large mouse a week as well. So trying to keep up on the mice has been difficult as well. So I'm really struggling trying to bring up my stock of rodents to keep them happy. And I do have frozen stuff, but they're not interested in it. No matter what I do to try and convince them to eat it, and they're not willing. Let me show you these guys real quick. So what I have here is a 16-gallon concrete tub from Home Depot. They did have a smaller version, but I figured the more room for these guys, the better. I don't feed these guys from the top because I didn't want to get them used to trying to chew or get through this mesh. So I have a little chicken or chick feeder that I put their food in. Tractor Supply, these are really cheap. The 32-ounce rodent or rabbit watering bottles. But these guys are pretty friendly. Let me see. Get them out here. So I do have an albino female, which I just picked up a few weeks ago. This is also a female, and the male's on the bottom here. The male doesn't trust me as much because I actually did purchase him to try and feed to my male snake, but he didn't eat him within the first couple hours, so I was kind of forced to build this to keep him in. So I don't blame him for not trusting me. But the other two seem to be pretty friendly, which is pretty neat, I won't lie. What I'm feeding these guys is I don't have any feed stores really close by. So I picked up some pig food. The specific pig food that I have, I don't have the box here, but the bag, but the nutrients pretty much line up well with the Rodent Pro rodent feed. And I also have sunflower seed and some high-end dog food too, because I will say feed my dog high-end food. But they seem to be doing well. They're happy, they're content, and I don't know if I scared them from making this video, but usually the one on top there, she usually runs up close and comes and says hi. So I figured while I was down here, I'd show the area which I plan to turn into the snake room. I'm gonna move all the gym over. I'm gonna divide this into two separate areas. The gym stuff will go over there, but the floor space for the snake room will be 16 by 14 feet, which is a pretty big area. But I do intend to have that all down here. And I'm gonna build that over the winter. So let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that progress too. I find that stuff interesting, but then again, I do that for a living. So let me know in the comments if you want to see that. That's it, short video. I don't really have much to update. I figured there's 32 of you guys now, which I appreciate. You guys subscribing in the short amount of time I've been doing this, and I figured I should be loyal and keep you guys updated. Next week we'll just do another feeding video and update on the snakes, and my plan on the adult girls that I plan on buying before the weather gets too cold to ship too. So I'll let you guys know about that next week. You guys have a blessed rest of the week.